Why do the Sussexes seem to be at war with the royal family? When Meghan married Prince Harry in a lavish ceremony in 2018, it looked like a dream come true, but just 18 months later, the couple admitted that they were unhappy with their lives in a gilded cage and stepped down as senior royals. After a long silence, they finally opened up about the discontent that they felt within the royal family, and ever since then, we couldn't help but notice that they have been snubbed quite a lot. So let's get into it. Here are the top 10 times the royal family disrespected Harry and Meghan. Number 10. Kate made Meghan cry. During her infamous sit-down interview with Oprah, Meghan spoke about reports that she left Kate in tears leading up to the royal wedding due to a disagreement about the bridesmaid dresses. Meghan said, "The reverse happened, and I don't say that to be disparaging to anyone, because it was a really hard week of the wedding, and she was upset about something, but she owned it and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing." Meghan went on to say, "I don't think it's fair to get into the details of that because she did apologize and I've forgiven her." The Duchess explained that she found it shocking that the story made the headlines several months after the wedding. She said, "I would have never wanted that to come out about her, even though it happened." She also spoke about people pitting them against each other and said, "If you love me, you don't have to hate her, and if you love her, you don't have to hate me," because the media really seems to want a narrative of a hero and a villain. Number 9. The Tiara Incident. The story of Meghan Markle's wedding tiara is infamous. Basically, Meghan originally wanted to wear a different tiara than the one we all saw on her head during the royal wedding, but Queen Elizabeth denied it. In fact, while the couple was preparing to tie the knot, Queen Elizabeth's dresser, Angela Kelly, refused to travel to Buckingham Palace to let the actress try on the tiara that she wanted to wear for her wedding day. It was a beautiful emerald headdress that was said to have come from Russia, but the history behind it was problematic, as the treasure had found its way into royal hands through sketchy channels and for an undisclosed price in the aftermath of the Russian Revolution. For this reason, the emerald tiara was hardly ever put on public display, and it would have brought scandal to the royal wedding. Prince Harry was not aware of the history, however, and he reportedly flew into a rage when Meghan was told that she couldn't wear it. He tried to intervene and furiously called his grandmother, saying that her royal dresser needs to make this work for his future wife. Number 8. Banned from Balmoral. On September the 8th, the day of Queen Elizabeth's passing, members of the royal family, including Prince Harry, were asked to drop what they were doing to try and visit her bedside. But King Charles reportedly told Harry that Meghan wasn't allowed to accompany him. At the time, the Duke of Sussex was in the middle of a European tour with Meghan, and he had already made plans for them to visit together. The change in plans forced him to miss his flight, arriving late at the castle, and unfortunately, he found out about the Queen's passing only 5 minutes before the announcement was made to the world. Naturally, Harry was extremely upset at Charles for the way that the events unfolded, so he refused an invitation to dine with his father and brother on the night of her passing. He was so furious that Meghan was banned from visiting Balmoral while the Queen was on her deathbed. Number 7. King Charles's comments. During her explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Duchess of Sussex claimed that someone in the family had expressed concern about the complexion of her child's skin. It was then that the allegations started to snowball, and Prince Harry told the Star that the incident happened right at the beginning of the pregnancy and left him a bit shocked. Meghan told Oprah, "In those months when I was pregnant, all around the same time, we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born." Then a royal book by Christopher Anderson revealed that a source close to the family claimed that it was Charles who had made the comment during a conversation over breakfast with his wife Camilla on the day that Meghan and Harry's engagement was announced. He allegedly asked Camilla, "I wonder what the children will look like," and lowering his voice asking, "I mean, what do you suppose their children's complexion might be?" So it wasn't exactly subtle. If you're loving this video so far, please hit that like button, it would really help us out. Number 6. Cold shoulder. The royal editor of Harper's Bazaar, Omid Scobie, revealed that Kate was actually one of the many reasons that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex wanted to leave the royal family. He explained that Meghan felt there wasn't much effort made on Kate's side to look after her during some of the darker moments, particularly during her pregnancy. The controversial Megxit was largely due to the fact that Kate offered zero kindness to Meghan, especially right after she became a new mom. For example, when she tried striking up a conversation with Kate on the 9th of March during the Commonwealth Day celebration in Westminster Abbey, a source told The Star it was a real slap in the face, especially the way Kate gave Meghan the cold shoulder. Meghan tried to take the high road and strike up a conversation, but Kate basically blanked her. William and Kate totally scorned Harry and Meghan. It's got to be the nail in the coffin for that relationship. Number 5, denied independence. In Meghan's latest interview with The Cut magazine, she talked about being rejected from the royal family and said, "Just by existing, we were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy." Meghan feels that her problems stem from her being an American and her desire to ask a lot of questions, which seem to violate an unspoken social norm. She also talked about the fact that there are strict rules in place to keep royals from pursuing independent working lives. She said, "For whatever reason, that is not something that we were allowed to do, even though several other members of the family do that exact thing." In fact, Meghan revealed that she and Harry didn't initially want to leave the royal family at all. Instead, they wanted to continue their work as royals without using taxpayer funding and become completely financially independent. But their request was denied, which is a decision that Meghan still questions to this day. Number 4, denied royal titles. Meghan and Harry's children have been denied royal titles and will not be granted HRH status. This means that they cannot be referred to as His or Her Royal Highness by order of King Charles. So why were the children denied the titles? The status has customarily been given to the grandchildren of the reigning monarch, and because little Archie and Lilibet are the king's grandchildren, they are technically entitled to the status, but for whatever reason, Charles chose not to allow it. There have now been reports of tense talks between the new king and the Sussexes over the title, and apparently the couple are furious that their children are being left out. It means that little Archie and Lilibet won't be invited to important royal events, won't receive taxpayer-funded salary, and won't be able to have the protection of royal security when they visit the UK. Not only that, but in social situations, no one would be required to bow or curtsy to them when they approach, although Archie and Lilibet might be allowed to use the title Prince and Princess in the near future, which would still be very impressive. Number 3, birthday tributes. To celebrate Prince Harry, the royal family took to social media to pay tribute for his birthday. While the posts were heartwarming, they all had one thing in common: no mention or photo of Meghan at all. William and Kate posted a throwback photo of them running with Harry in 2017, with the caption, "Wishing a very happy birthday to Prince Harry today." King Charles and Camilla also wished him a happy birthday, using his official title with a solo shot of the red-headed royal, with the caption, "Wishing a very happy birthday to the Duke of Sussex today." Queen Elizabeth also put out the same message and posted a photo of Harry at the Queen's Young Leaders reception at Buckingham Palace in 2017. But some people thought it was a little odd that out of all of the birthday mentions, not a single one included anything about Meghan. Number 2, Platinum Jubilee. Although Meghan and Harry were reportedly both excited and honored to be invited to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year, they weren't allowed to take part in the traditional trooping of the colour parade, where the family stands on the palace balcony. Their 2 children, Archie and Lilibet, weren't permitted to be there either. This did seem like a snub on behalf of the royal family, but actually it was all about the royal protocol. The truth is that the Sussexes weren't allowed on the iconic balcony because only royals undertaking official public duties could join the Queen for that appearance, according to Buckingham Palace rules. But according to royal insiders, what created the most tension within the family is their endless tell-alls and defamatory interviews. So in a way, it would be hypocritical of them to be acting all smiles and waving to the crowds from the balcony as if they were all one big happy family. And coming in at number 1, funeral seating. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did not join Prince William, Kate Middleton, or other family members who sat in the front row at Westminster Abbey in London for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Instead, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were squished in a corner at the end of the second row beside Princess Beatrice and her husband. William and Harry, who have had a strained relationship over the past few years, were as far away from each other as possible, separated by the church aisle. Meanwhile, King Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate were all seated in the front row. Not only that, but Meghan and Harry were also separated during the procession, as Harry instead had to walk along with his brother and father. While Meghan arrived at the service alone, she definitely did not go unnoticed. As soon as she was spotted, her look from the service became one of the biggest trends on Twitter. So what do you think? Were these royal snubs intentional or just a big misunderstanding? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.